Hello, my name is Mauricio Solar. I am a full professor at the Technical University Federico Santa Maria in Chile. Today, we will talk about the project management, namely PM, in a smart, sustainable cities for public administration. We will review the fundamentals of project management, the main environmental factors for smart city projects, and review the project life cycle. The students must be able to contribute to the formulation of solutions for the development of smart, sustainable cities in the public administration. The students are able to consider social responsibility and benefit as drivers in smart city projects, identify and manage the different stakeholders in smart city projects, and identify indicators that allow evaluating performance and results of smart city solutions. Now, we will describe what is the reality of IT projects, which should be very similar to that of smart sustainable city projects since they usually involve IT. Research by the Standish Group shows that the IT projects, 31.1% will be cancelled before they are completed, 52.7% will delay 189% of their original estimates, and only 16.2% will be completed using the allocated budget. The question is, what can we do to improve? There are many answers for this, and one of them is implement project management standards. An effective PM project management helps individuals, groups, and public and private organizations to deliver the right products at the right time, optimize organizational resources, and satisfy stakeholders' expectations. We can see the results of a study by the Technical University Federico Santa Maria and Deloitte that shows that in organizations with a high level of maturity in PM, 91% of their projects achieve high performance, meaning completed using the allocated budget on time. Important definitions we need to know are: project is a temporary effort necessary to create a unique product, service, or result. Programs is a group of related projects, subsidiary programs, and programs activities managed in a coordinated way to obtain benefits which are not available when administered individually. And portfolio. Portfolio is a collection of projects, programs, subsidiary portfolios, and operations managed together to achieve strategic objectives. In a smart sustainable city portfolio in a regional government, we could have the following programs: smart habitat with the projects security cameras installation and regional security cameras integration, environment program with environmental monitoring system project, and a recycling project. The environmental factors refer to conditions that are not under the control of the project team and that influence the project and must be considered. The main factors in smart sustainable city projects are organizational culture, structure, and governance. Examples include cultural norm, leadership style, hierarchy and authority relationship, and organization style. Legal restrictions like electric, transport, financial, etc., and social and cultural influences and issues. Examples include political climate and social issues. Industry or government standard. Examples include regulatory agencies, regulations, and standards related to products and quality. Now, we will talk about the project life cycle in Smart Sustainable City. The project life cycle is the series of phases that a project passes through from its start to its completion. Projects vary in size and complexity, but in general, for projects in public administration, they can be configured with this structure. Before the project starts, there is the pre-project, which can also be carried out as a project. The pre-project generates business deliverables and focuses on evaluating whether the project is necessary. If the evaluation is usually positive in the public administration, beginning a bid process and then initiating the project. In each phase of the project and project management deliverables, such as the project minutes and project plan, progress reports. In the carrying out phase, which is where the product deliverables are obtained, various approaches such as agile, hybrid, or predictive can be used, like predictive, agile, or hybrid. The question is now, what approach to use for smart sustainable city projects? The answer is not easy, and we recommend use the Agile Suitable Filters tool from PMBOK version 6. Here, organizational and project attributes are assessed under three main categories. Organizational culture. Is there a supportive environmental with buy-in for the approach and trust in the team? Team. Is the team a suitable size to be successful in adopting Agile? Do its members have the necessary experience and access your business representatives? And project. Are the high rates of changes incremental delivery possible? How critical is the project? In a public administration, for category culture, will be very difficult to adopt approach agile because their structures are hierarchical and change it is very difficult. The initiation project process must be formal, and the project manager must be assigned and available. Important obstacles must be overcome in the project's initiating, like a high investment. The preliminary phase habitually takes a long time, the pre-project. Lack of experience and technical capacity to prepare tenders. Lack of public-private articulation. We should not forget that. They must have as a goal to improve the quality of life of citizens and also be sustainable over time. As in all projects, planning must consider three baselines: scope baseline, cost baseline, and schedule baseline. Project risk management, especially risks associated to IT management, providers, and technological. Now, for smart sustainable city project, we need pay attention in project stakeholders management and project benefit management. The citizens are stakeholders with a lot of power, and they must management with permanent communications. The benefits must be considered from the beginning. They come from the pre-project phases, and in the planning, it must be specified how to monitor and control and how new benefits can be identified. There are benefits at short, medium, and long term with responsible and risk associated. Project must be executed, controlled, and closed according to the project plan. That is why planning is important in the project. The monitoring and controlling consists into track, review the progress and performance of the project. Monitoring is collecting project performance data and comparing actual performance with planned and recommending appropriate. Some KPI that helps to measure performance in all projects are Scheduled Performance Index, SPI, Cost Performance Index, CPI, Earned Value, EV, and number of points or user stories completed iteration, and others. Some KPI that help to measure the performance and benefits in Project Smart City, Sustainable City are for category government, online services, Wi-Fi coverage, number of sensors, sensors by population, for category society, affected house, jobs generated, and so on. Remember that the indicator must be identified and indicate how measure it in planning, especially those that allow measuring benefits to justify the investment and replicate them in future projects. Thank you so much for your attention.